Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So today's video we're going to be doing a tutorial on this beautiful eye look that I created with Morphe's new Solo Artist Eyeshadow Primer, along with the assistance of one of their beautiful 6-pan eyeshadows in outer space. So this is what we came up with, and honestly I feel like you can already tell it's going to be a good tutorial today. Morphe came out with, I believe, 7 of these eyeshadow bases and 6 of their 6-pan eyeshadow quads, and I've kind of been eyeing these like every time I'm in store, like kind of like, ooh, do I want to pull the trigger? Do I want to see what it's like? Do I want to test it out? And I finally got around to it and I was just like, yeah, let's do it. So yeah, here we are, and we're clearly going to try it out today, and I'm going to show you how I got this amazing look. So if you guys are interested in hearing my thoughts and opinions on these 2 new Morphe products, then please make sure you keep on watching.
My bitch so bad she can't even go outside. My bitch so bad she can't even post online. Don't say you ride for me, little bitch, you ride. Don't say you die for me, little bitch, just die.
Alright guys, so as I mentioned in my intro, today's video we are going to be doing a very cute eye look, and low-key I have like been eyeing these new Morphe products for a very long time. Some I'm rocking with and some I'm not. First off, before I even get started into this look, I did end up buying that Morphe micro brow pencil. I actually bought it yesterday and returned it today. I ended up buying this pencil, right, you guys, and I tried it out yesterday when I was getting ready for work. Absolutely terrible. It was so thin to the point where it broke every time I tried to fill in my brows. Filling in my brows was nothing short of a task yesterday. But for me, I know like every single time I twist up just the smallest amount and I'm trying to fill in my brow, and I'm trying to create that, you know, hair-like effect, and it just kept breaking. And I'm just like, there's more product that has broken off that has actually went onto my brows. I actually returned it for the original brow pencil that I get from. This one is the micro brow pencil in Java. Morphe recently launched some new palettes, so I ended up going with the eyeshadow palette called Outer Space, and this one is a mix of warm tones, which is my jam. I'm a true warm tone girl. What really pushed me to buy this eyeshadow palette was the molten metal 2 eyeshadows that they have in here. Literally, that's what really got me. Okay, so for these eyeshadow palettes, it says it has a beige tone, pinky champagne, mauve, deep rose, antique gold, and chocolate, and a silky matte, pearlescent matte, shimmer, and a molten metal finish. The molten metal finishes are going to be the 2 shades in the middle. These 2 on the outskirts, those are the matte shades. This chocolate shade on the end is going to be the pearlescent matte, and then this shade right here is going to be considered your shimmer shade. And I also ended up buying one of the Solo Artist priming eyeshadow base. So the color debut is a soft pink. This reminds me of Painterly by MAC. All right, because I have on nails, I'm going to use a brush to blend it out. Really creamy, really soft to the touch. If you guys can see that color. Okay, so I'm just gonna tap that on just because we don't want to waste any products. So now I'm gonna go on with my brush. Love the consistency. If a primer is too stiff, it's harder to blend, and the blend is really seamless. Like honestly, like the blend is really, like, you don't really have to work for it. All right, so this is how the base is looking. Pretty good. Just making sure I blend that around my brows. All right, so the first shade we're going to take right here is called Sugar and Spice. A little bit of fallout, but that's to be expected because the consistency of these shadows is really soft. And I always like to pat it on first and then go ahead and blend it out. That's my method, because then you can get the pigment to actually stick to your primer. So our next shade we're going to go in and use is Ginger Snap, which is this shade right here on the end.
bitch, I'm a beggar. Turning it up, gotta make sure she good. Perking 2 mil in the middle of my hood. Making no money I made out of the source. Hard to sense, read it over on good. Out of these niggas, they looking the same. They copy my lingo, they bite my chain. Championship, bitches gon' empty shit, bitch, break the ninjas.
I'm really liking this so far. Really nice. For our lid shade, I'm gonna take this shade called Cinnamon Twist. I think this is the pink champagne-y shade. I'm gonna take this one and let this be my main shade for my lid. You can use these wet or dry. If I feel like I need to amp it up, I'll just spray it on with like some Fix Plus or something. Okay, ooh, pretty soft. Okay, I love that. Gonna do like a nice little slow build. I'm gonna spray it with some Fix Plus. It's pretty, but I need a little bit more character. How it comes up with a little bit of Fix Plus on there. Yeah, see, we get a little bit of extra payoff when you do a little bit of Fix Plus. What I'm not gonna take it in the inside. I'm just gonna focus the color on the outer 2/3 because I kind of want this to remain soft. So we're gonna take this last shade right here called Dash of Cocoa, and we're just gonna add a touch of it to the outer corners. So the Dash of Cocoa is the one that has the pearlescent matte shade, so it's a little bit of shimmer in there. And I'm gonna start where my lash line is and just pat it. And I also took like a smaller detailer brush. I can tell it's super pigmented. If I was to really like go in with this, it would be crazy pigmented. I'm gonna switch brushes. It's a smaller brush. Like, alright guys, so at this point I'm gonna go ahead and finish my makeup, and then I'm gonna get back to you guys with my final thoughts. So be right back. Okay guys, so to complete this look, I decided to go in with Ginger Snap, which is the lightest color of the two that I'm adding on the bottom, and then I'm gonna go behind it with a Dash of Cocoa, and this was the color I used in the outer corner of my eyelid. So I'm gonna do the same thing and basically use Dash of Cocoa to basically connect my bottom eyeshadow to my top eyeshadow, and just go in and make sure I blend it out and all those good things. And then once I feel like I have blended them to my liking, I went in with a Cinnamon Twist in my inner corner, and then I am going to drop it a little bit into my corner, but not too much, just enough to like make it look nice and seamless. And I did end up going in with my black eyeliner. This is from Makeup Forever. Alright guys, so we are back, and this is the final look, and I absolutely love how it turned out. Like 100%, I love it. Alright guys, so let's get into my final thoughts about this new Morphe Solo Artist Eyeshadow Primer and their new eyeshadow palette. Of course, I have the one in Outer Spice. First and foremost, for the price, I think the primer is amazing. My eyes don't look dried out. They don't look cruddy. They don't look any of the things that I hate for my eyeshadow to look like. For me personally, I would only do Debut, and I will also do the lighter color, just because, again, I need my eyeshadows to show up on my eye, and these are just perfect. The color Debut and the lighter tone are very complementary to the eyeshadow palette, so that can be another contributing factor on why I love this look so much. But I do love the fact that it's thin, it's easy to blend out, like you don't have to work too hard for it. Nice consistency and amazing shade range, so no matter who you are, you're going to be able to find an eyeshadow base that suits your needs. And as far as this eyeshadow palette goes, literally love every single shade in here. The mattes, the shimmer. Now you do get a little bit of fallout with the matte shades, and the one that is like that chocolate, what's it called? dash of cocoa. You do get a little bit of fallout, but honestly it's not a huge deal breaker for me, and I feel like it shouldn't be a huge deal breaker for you either, because that's just the name of the game when it comes down to shadows, especially ones that have a really good quality to them and that are easily blendable. For this, very soft to the touch, easy to blend. I didn't really have to work for it. I love when I can pat an eyeshadow and it also blends simultaneously, so it's just less work for me when I'm pressed for time. Morphe is just like any other brand. They're gonna have their highs and they're gonna have their lows, but one thing for sure, they can make some amazing eyeshadows. So yeah, overall, highly impressed. 10 out of 10 would recommend for sure. So you guys, that's gonna be it for today's video. Please make sure, if you haven't already, that you have already liked this video and subscribed, and please share this video. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye guys.